and welcome to another video. I haven't filmed a talking to the camera video in so incredibly long. Wow, this is weird. But I recently made a purchase and I thought for my first video back, this would be pretty freaking fun. A couple weeks ago, Miss Kylie came out with, or I guess Kris came out with a collection with Kylie Cosmetics. Kris Jenner's the mom, if you guys didn't know that. And I wanted to do, not really first impressions because I've been using this for about a week, but just give you guys my thoughts and a couple dupe options for the lipstick and just if it was worth the money, because these babies were not cheap. Oh, it doesn't say my prices on my bill. Okay. But I think the palette was $48 and then $16 for lipstick or something around there. So, and that's US dollars, so it ended up being $90 Canadian for both of these, which I kind of hate myself for buying that, but I had to. I really did. Like, I wanted the palette from the moment I saw the packaging, and then seeing I needed to get free shipping, and I thought the lipstick color would look nice. But everything came super, like, packaged really nicely. You have the Kylie Cosmetics box, and everything came in, like, both items came wrapped in bubble wrap, and then there was also, like, this foam that I used to wipe my eyeshadow brush on. Covering everything, so super well protected. And then you have your highlighting palette, which has a silver metallic foil on Kris's sunglasses, and she's just looking mega sassy, super cute. And this is called the You're Doing Great, Sweetie, right? Yeah. Palette. And me and my friends say that to each other all the time, so that was the main reason why I bought it. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty much it. It is white, semi-matte, I would say, packaging, so colors do stain it. You don't know if you can see very easily, but the You're Doing Great, You're Doing Amazing, Sweetie is in a black glitter, and then it's on top of the glossy Kylie logo. You have your colors named on the back, and along with a little sticker with information. I'm kind of upset that they put a sticker that wasn't printed on. It just feels a little bit cheap, but it's okay. I'm not really gonna care. And then you open it and you have a huge mirror. Hi guys. And then a little plastic sheet to cover the powders. And then you have your colors here. And I was pretty decided that I wanted to get this before I watched Jaclyn Hill's video, and then I don't know, after I ordered it, I started to get a little bit of regret, because if you saw that, there was literally powder flying off the brush from how chalky that blush was. But the swatches just look so pretty, so I went with it, and, well, you'll see. So it comes with 4 colors, and there's 3 highlights, or 2 actual highlights, 1 more metallic blush, or blush topper, which is this guy here, and then a blush. I'm going to insert some swatches which each name. The lightest highlight is called It's Snowing Pussy Willows, and it's super pretty. It's like your typical champagne white highlight. And then you have Money Doesn't Grow on Trees, which I think on a medium complexion would look absolutely gorgeous. That's the more pinky one there. And then I Raised You on Mac and Cheese. I like how that rhymes. And it's less metallic than the other 2, a little bit more of a peach. And then there's Your Sister's Going to Jail, which is super chalky. I don't know if you guys can tell. Like, part of it just fell off my finger there, and it's on top of my planner now. But if it did look pretty, like, it's a really pretty, like, sorbet color. Like, that's how I would describe it. So that is the palette. It's $48. You do get, oh, that's interesting. 3 of them are 9 grams and 1 of them is 8 grams. So that's pretty hefty palette size. Just for comparison, her other highlights are 9.5. So they're a little bit, just a little bit smaller, but these are $22, I think. So it does balance out. Comparing the formula, this, like, at least for the highlights, I haven't tried any for blushes. This is Salted Caramel from a regular collection. This is a lot harder to get some color. I need to use a dense brush don't know if you guys can see it. You guys will have some closer swatches too. I go in with a denser brush. This is the Crown, a brush from Crown that I got in a BoxyCharm, I think. And this is what I prefer to use to highlight. And I really usually have to dig in to get any pigment out of this. But I do know a lot of people really enjoy her single highlights. I personally prefer the highlighting formula in this palette better. It's just that the blush, which is 25% of the item, is a little bit of a letdown. The next thing from the collection I got was the lipstick. Oh, this is lovely. It has a red metallic foiling on it, and it says it's Kris Jenner, and it's typical lipstick, 3.5 grams. Let's be honest, there ain't nothing typical about it. The packaging is silver foiled. I wish it was red foiled to match the box. That would have been so cool. Middle fingers, which is just like a nice little like but the name is Give Me a Kiss, which I thought it would, with the packaging, I thought the name would have been a little bit funner, but oh well. When Jacqueline helped swatch this, I was like, frig, I need it. It's so creamy and thick and pigmented, pretty decently long wearing for a lipstick. It's not matte. It is just so fully opaque in one swipe. Like, she was like showing us like, oh, like I don't even like, I barely touch it, like just drag it, like that's the lightest line I can get, and that's barely touching it, and it's still creamy color and opaque color where like it's actually touched. But I haven't tried any of her lipsticks. I've tried her velvets and her mattes, liquid lipsticks, but for lipstick formulas, this is amazing. I find it more opaque than mattes. Other lipsticks look cheap compared to this, and this isn't expensive, so that's nice. It wears typical for a lipstick. I don't find that it's anything amazing, but I'm not complaining. And it's a pretty mauvey terracotta. I do have a couple items that I picked out that are relatively similar. The closest one is Model Co.'s Dusk Till Dawn. I got this in an Ipsy bag. It is a little bit more brown, but in terms of tone, this is the closest one that I could find. And then I have Lime Crime's Fishnet, which is a little bit more red, a little bit more bricky. And then I have Makeup Forever's a Rouge Artist Natural lipstick in N9, which is a little bit more sheer and glossy and a little bit rosier. And then I also picked up two liquid lipsticks that I thought came a little bit close. And Too Faced Sellout was one of them. Too Faced Sellout is maybe a little bit more cool tone, but it's pretty freaking close. And then I also picked Kylie's Posy K, which also comes off a little bit more pink. So I'm going to zoom in and show you guys those swatches. So that middle swatch in there is the Kylie. This one down here is Posy K, and that is Sellout. That is the Makeup Forever lipstick, the Party or Model Co, and then that is the Lime Crime, which is I think is the farthest, but I think look how similar these three are. Like pretty much the same color. But you can tell that is a little bit sheerer in consistency because this is just so opaque. You get the opacity of a liquid lipstick in a lipstick. Oh, and if you're wondering what's on my eyes, I use the Violet Voss Pro Like a Boss palette, which I've been loving. I really want to do a review tutorial with this guy because look how pretty those colors are. Love. So yeah, let's put these things on my face now. So I did my rest of my face about an hour ago. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned, it comes with a little card. I put it on the side to show you guys, and I just didn't. I'm wearing the Sephora Airbrush foundation on my face, and then I powdered it with the Rimmel. I didn't conceal, so ignore my lovelies. Okay, hopefully now you can see me a little bit better. I usually use a Moda Pro pointed blush brush for my blush, but I'm also going to do one cheek with the Morphe E3, which is a little bit denser. So, like, the other ones I've been using is the Morphe PK14, but that's a lot fluffier, and I don't think I'll pick up the product at all. I want you guys to see how this goes, though. Like, you can see my brush is loaded in color. I don't look for a lot in a blush. I like just to have a nice little peep of color on my cheeks. So I really like how this looks on the skin. It's just the fact that my desk and my pants are all covered in Your Sister's Going to Jail, and like the palette itself, I don't think you can tell. There you go. There's so incredibly much follow, especially for a white palette. You thought they would have thought about that. I feel like my face looks like a plate of pasta. I feel very orange. But yeah, so let's just load this bad boy up again. So like, I feel like you can tell that there's color on my face. It's just that if you want, like if you're into a large amount of color, this isn't going to work for you because it barely works for someone like me who only wants a little bit of color. Oh, I was going to do it the other side with a different brush. Well, it worked. I'm not going to. And then I'm going to highlight my cheeks with It's Snowing. Actually, we can blush top it with I raised you on mac and cheese. We're just going to dip. And like, these ones aren't as chalky at all. I don't know if you can tell, but very little powder comes up for this guy. I really like how that's looking. Oh. Like, it is a pretty palette. I'm not gonna, I just wish you put a little bit more effort into it. It's my Pussy Willows. I'm gonna put that on my cheekbones. And I don't know if it's because they really wanted to have it done for Mother's Day. Can you guys see that? Can you see it? I've been leaning towards using a more dense brush for highlight recently compared to a fan brush, just because I feel like you get more oomph. And then I'm going to go in Mine Don't Grow on Trees. Like, do you see the glow on my lips right now? That is a glow. So I am a fan of this highlighting texture. I don't know. I think it's drier than the Balm. Drier than Becca. So you guys know the Casey Home highlighting palette. Oh my god. Shine, baby. It's like the densest one. The Blow I've Used Pearl. It's very similar to that in texture. Now that I'm all pasted up, I'm going to put the lipstick on. Actually, I'm going to try and put this on only half my lips and then put the Best Dupe, which I think might be, yeah, the Model Coat one. Just because as the Kiss Me dry, it's a little bit more of purple, I think. Is that a right term? Okay. On the lips, this one definitely looks a little bit more brown. Well, this one's a little bit more pink. Definitely a little bit more brown, while this is more... Honestly, on my lips, this feels a little, like, it might just be in comparison, this feels a little bit more like Posy K. So that is the lipstick on, and I really like the color. It's a very natural color. You probably do have something very similar to this in your collection, but if you're starting out and you're a really big fan, I definitely think that lipstick will be, I don't know, like, I really like how it looks on the face. I'm not gonna lie and say, oh, I hate it, because look at that glow. Like, it's beautiful on the skin. I don't know if it's a blush that maybe, since it's so powdery, it went down here and it's giving me like a pasta mouth, because it definitely is like the tone to do that, but I also felt like I felt that way before I put the lip blush on. But no, yeah, I definitely think the blush kind of got down here. It was giving me a little like spaghetti look. Look at that. Okay. So my overall conclusion is definitely get the lipstick. Super fun. Not super fun, but super neutral, but interesting, but still everyday wearable. I'm a fan of the lipstick. As for the palette, don't just buy it for the packaging like I did. If you're really into highlighting, I definitely recommend it, because the two highlighters in here, $20 a piece, pretty much covers the palette, and like that blush up here, the Arezzo mac and cheese, definitely worth $8. So if you balance that out that way, it kind of works. Plus I've never finished a highlighter before, so like your chances of actually hitting pan on those. So do I think that there could have been some improvements made to the collection? Definitely. I think if they would have spent another month or two on it, they could have came out with a little bit more of a logical, maybe not a white packaging, maybe not a crappy blush. Like honestly, if she would have put one of her ready-made blushes in here, I think it would have looked better. But I think as a collection is a fail. As an item, I would get it. Like, I saw the eyeshadow palette and I wasn't interested in that, so I passed on that. And then I don't like the fact that you didn't have a choice in the lip, Momager lip kit. Like, there are colors in there that she released that I would really like, but I don't like glosses, so I'm not going to buy that kit for $35 US and toss out half of them because they're glosses. So there are a couple finicky things that I had with the collection. I do really enjoy the items that I got though. Were they worth the price? Not really, in my mind, but I will use them and I will love them. It just sucks that they're like 90 bucks for the two items. Yeah, if you like this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below to see some more. Comment down below if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you liked it, because I like when you guys like things. I not like things, but like when you enjoy things, so gives me a little better sense of feedback. Oh, I'm wearing a Led Zeppelin shirt from Forever 21. Okay, bye guys!